My tarot card reading for May 2015, and this is Manu Tarot. Let's start immediately with our analysis of our worldwide political, financial, economic, and social aspects. We have here karma, we have Eshu, and we have Yemaya. Yemaya is upside down. We have to remember that she is the primordial water and it's upside down. That means that the water is really turbulent. There's a lot of chaos and there's things bubbling, emerging, brewing, whatever you want to call it. We have karma and Eshu. Eshu is walking towards Yemaya. He's letting us know that may the world or specific countries are heading into a major turbulent, chaotic, whatever way you want to call it. If you want to sound very dramatic, you pick your words. If you want to sound less dramatic, you can also pick your best choices, your best adjectives and verbs, okay? But what the tarot cards are saying is that the whole world is marching into a day of reckoning, and it's going to be very obvious during the month of May 2015. We have here the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, Libra throne, Venus, Saturn, Aquarius, Saturn. We are going to start seeing as well a lot of marches, protests from civilians. They are protesting, like we're seeing here in the United States and in many other parts of the world, laws that have been enacted that are very restricting in nature, that they are very what's the word that I'm using? We have that in Indiana, to be more specific, that they allow people to discrimination, laws that some way somehow they discriminate. They create a lot of boundaries, they create a lot of limitations, statute of limitation, let's call it like that. And we are seeing that, and we're going to start seeing a lot of protests around the world, people protesting because there is a lot of financial burdens, obstacles, there's no growth. So we're going to start seeing all these protests. People are going to feel that they don't have enough freedom and they want more freedom. They want to evolve, they want progress, they want things different of what the government is giving them. And then we're going to start seeing all this dynamic. What we have here also is the Two of Staff with the St. James, the Knight of Staff, and St. Norbert with the as a Page of Coins. And St. Norbert, he sold everything. Well, he didn't sold. He didn't sell. He gave away all his fortune in order to pursue his advocacy, let's put it like that. He wanted to become a monk. He wanted to go after the good news, this kind of stuff. The thing is that St. James is all about peace, and he's upside down. So what we're seeing here is strategical countries are going to create alliances. They don't agree with themselves. They probably are enemies, but in some way, somehow, at this moment, it is convenient for them to create some kind of alliance. This feels at the same time that these alliances are closely related with war. So we have to be very, very close. We have to pay close attention to what it means. Alliances that create war. What kind of war? Could it be monetary, fiscal wars? Or it could be war as we know it. We have to pay attention. The dynamic is out there. The energy needs to be manifested some way, somehow. But new alliances are going to be formed. Okay? Where selfish
Let me summarize.
interests
What I said is
are
number
the
one,
main
time of reckoning
drive
is technically around the corner. We
in
cannot keep
this,
kicking the can.
formation.
Postpone and pretend cannot be done any longer, and it's going to be very obvious during this time of the year. More protest in a social level, more protest, upheavals, marches are going to be around and to stay. Financially, economically, we're going to be seeing people protesting because of that, because of laws, etc., etc. Formation of new alliances that they have some way, somehow, a bellicose streak to it. We're talking about wars. We could be currency wars, or it could be real wars. Okay, that's the kind of dynamic that we have. The time of reckoning is around the corner, and we're going to start harvesting whatever we planted. Now, the first week of May, we have a start with fights, arguments, quarrels. So if there are meetings, diplomatic meetings, these meetings are not going to be productive, and there are going to be a lot of fight, arguments, quarrels, and no one is going to come to an agreement. This could also mean that during the first week of May, we're going to start seeing countries fighting and arguing, or kind of a quarrel, fight, argument, war for whatever it is. That's the first week of May. By the second week of May, we're talking about a collapse. That could be that the Wall Street in this case, or any other central bank or exchange, they're going to experience some degree of collapse. Something is going to shake the whole world during this time of the year. It could be politically, financially, or socially, worldwide or locally, if we're referring to a specific country. But the second week is marked by something that shakes everyone. The third week is about creating new projects. This could be new laws. This could be enacting laws and amendments to constitutions, whatever it is, but it's new laws, new projects, new financial, economic projects, whatever it is related with new projects. And then by the last week of May, what we have is separation, division. And this is very important. Whatever it is that is happening or is going to happen is going to create more division. So we should expect more division in the United States, more division in many other parts of the world, many divisions. Now, when we put together this as a horizontal vertical line, this is what we have. In a horizontal line, we have the Tower and the Ten of Cups. So whatever it is that collapses is going to create division. This could mean a coup d'etat, or it could mean a civil war. It could mean that some kind of government is brought down and a new one is installed, creating this division. We're talking about new projects that are some way, somehow are going to create wars, disagreements. It could be pointing towards a currency war caused by new laws that are going to be enacted by United States, or whatever country is the one that is
creating the law is going to have a cause and effect. That's what we're talking about. Socially, it could mean that laws that have been enacted triggers marches and protests, riots among citizens. Okay, now when we put all that together, what we have is the 10 of staff and the 4 of staff. Whatever it is, the outcome is going to be more burden to the citizens, a burden to the civilians. Is going to be celebrated, obviously, because investors are going to see this as a good thing. Investors and politicians that favor all these changes are going to see them with good eyes. I mean, with good eyes, but not for the civilians. We have here the 5 of staff right next to the Knight of Cups, and obviously this is pointing towards riots, fights, quarrels, arguments, this kind of dynamic. The Ace of Wands next to the 4 of Swords, letting us know that definitely new laws are going to be enacted that are going to create all this dynamic. Who will expect what is happening in Indiana and many other parts of the world? So this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. And the final part of the reading has the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and King of Swords. This is very simple. What the tarot cards are saying is that they are orchestrating, they're manipulating things around to create a collapse, to bring down a form of government. They're orchestrating a dynamic where they're obviously creating division among a nation or a region. Okay, the reason is very obvious. They're trying to create a collapse. So if there is a government that is going to collapse, don't be surprised if it is orchestrated, has been planned already. This time is going to be very obvious, and everyone will be able to see that collapse. But there is an orchestrating of a collapse, a division of a nation in order to bring down the nation and install a new form of government. That's technically what we're going to start seeing around the world. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen with every country, but this is the tendency for some countries around the world. Okay, this could also mean that countries that are going to vote are going to bring down the former government, and the government of opposition is going to emerge. Okay, that's the kind of dynamic that we have for May 2015.